What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Tas, tas, tas. I get it in. But before I get it in, brothers, let's get this Superwood intro in.
Brother, 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 brother.
Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate you, brothers, right? So Superwood, I'm just messing around, man. He wasn't, or I hope he was, because man, it was very, what's the word? Peculiar. Peculiar, that's how you say it. Peculiar. However the fuck you say it, that's the word of the day. Learn how to say it because I can't. It was very peculiar, right? And there was some wild shit going on for about a good month and a half. And brother, I can tell you right now, it was right up a white man's alley. So look, I'm just gonna keep it real here. I've been incarcerated over half my life. And the majority of my time, I've done time around some good old woods, right? Good old skins, woods, white men, people that listen to Mac Dre on the streets came in and listened to Judas Priest. Like, just, I've seen it all, right? And I've done it all. But there's some things I just haven't quite done, right? So, and Superwood might have, brother. Doing time around woods, one thing is for sure, they're no joke, right? They're not the ones to be played with. They're a minority, meaning behind them walls, their numbers aren't large, but they live large. Okay. They're not no punks in any form or fashion. And I got a lot of respect for white men incarcerated because man, the shit, everything's stacked against them. You know, people seem to believe this myth that the Southerners back the woods up, brother, on every type of move that they make. And that's the furthest from the truth. In fact, the majority of the time that I was locked up, I seen Woods and Southsiders going at it. You know, the more that you have interaction with someone, the more there's going to be drama, the more there's going to be a chance that some bullshit's going to crack off. And a lot of the times that I seen the Woods and, you know, the Southerners get off is because a Wood would land that was locked up with the Southerner and there was some disrespect, like back there in the back, or 9 times out of 10, it was over some drugs, right? Usually someone was burning someone. Someone had the bag, brother. I want all the black, right? And it was just all bad. But they used to go at it a lot. So that big myth that floats around that the Southerners always back the Woods and vice versa, that's bullshit. Anyone who's really been locked up can tell you. In fact, the skinheads and the Southerners don't even get along whatsoever. They do not like each other, right? Shit, no one likes the skinheads, tell you the truth. Skins are down, though, but no one, fuck, them dudes don't like anybody, and no one likes them. So anyways, one thing I can tell you for sure about being locked up with Woods, and this is a fact, they like to sex play. Okay, what? Look, I'm just going to be real. It's not like you think they're not putting the whole finger in there, brother, but damn near. Okay, credit check. Brother, let me see. What are you? Oh, yep. You're a Wood. You're a Wood. They like to play a lot. That's just their canalismo. That's how they do it. You know what I mean? Hey, brother, slap ass, brother, right? They get a little intimate when it comes to playing, more so than any other group that I've noticed, right? And it's a known fact, man. The Woods, they like to horseplay a lot. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I got a horse cock, right? They just play like that. And so, you know, I'm not sitting here and saying that they're weirdos or anything like that. Just amongst each other, that's their way of, that's how they high five each other. Here, put my dick in your ass, right? It's crazy, right? So, they would just horseplay in the yard, and it was all done out of fun, I guess, right? I didn't think there was nothing fun about it. Like, damn, that motherfucker went to the knuckle on that, right? Brother, get deeper, get deeper. That was just the Wood thing. They just like to play. So I would always give Roach a hard time about it. Anytime I was chilling at his pad, I'd be like, what are you doing, brother? The 5-knuckle shuffle, right? You can't see me. I can't see your fingers either when you put it in that white man's that. Like, so I used to always give him a hard time. He was like, no, bro, that's a myth. Brother, Mexicans do that shit. You Mexicans, you guys are weird. Tell me there ain't no little Pisces running around there doing some wild shit in that cell. I said, look, whatever the Pisces do, that's on them. But when's the last time you seen a Northerner or Southerner horseplay like that in the yard without getting removed or stabbed 100 times, right? You know it don't go down like that. Oh, brother, look, it's because we're close, brother. We're white, and we can do that because we're white. I said, yeah, well, no, you can do whatever you want because you're anything. But I think you do it because you are, right? So he's like, oh, brother, I just don't get down. So I would always give him a hard time. We'd argue, but it was never no fighting shit or nothing like that. One time I got him mad. One time I was like, just keep it real, bro. You guys get down like that. Brother, like, yeah, we get down like that. What are you talking about? I said, nah, I ain't talking about that. oh, brother, so what are you trying to say, brother? Right? No, we don't move like, there's only one group that moves like that. And we know who that is. And I'm like, no, I don't know who that is. Brother, you know what I'm saying? It starts with blah and it ends with ack. I'm like, nah, bro, why are you doing the brothers like that? They ain't my brothers, brother. So, anyways, he would always try to pin it on the black man. That's just the type of what he was, right? He'd be like, God damn it, brother. Fucking, I want to go get me some fucking Popeye chicken. I can't. I said, why? There's too many fucking brothers are in there, right? I'm like, bro, what's the difference? Oh, bro, it's tainted. It's fucking tainted. You know what I mean? And then every time we go, oh, can I get hot sauce, brother? I want mild. They don't have mild. They only have hot and a fucking hotter. And then they have black and blacker. And I don't get down. So he would always be like pinning on the black man. Anything. Oh fuck, bro, I'm almost out of gas. Fucking black men did it. I'm like, no, maybe you should have put gas in there. No, see that's the thing. Because the economy is ruined because they're giving all the food stamps to the brothers, and that means I can't afford gas. So what does food stamps have to do with gas? Well, brother, the more food stamps they give, the less money I make. Bro, you're a drug dealer. You know what I mean? Yeah, brother. But then you got all the blacks selling crack cocaine, right? So it was always an argument. So, anyways, he got a little upset because I was like, you guys horseplay too much. We'll use the word horseplay, but you guys know what I'm saying, right? It starts with S, ends with the X. Anyways, so trip out. I hadn't seen Roach for a while. We didn't drift apart, just never called me. I never called him. I just on a whole different trip, right? I went and did a violation in prison and I got out. And like, I'm not going to say I forgot all about the homie, but I forgot to just call the homie. Plus I owed him like $400 before I got in. And so I was trying to avoid that mess, right? And I knew it was only a matter of time I was going to see him in traffic or he was going to straight up call me or pull up to my house. And sure enough, I seen him at the Merced Mall. Now, the Merced Mall is small. You can't avoid no one, right? And this motherfucker knows I like orange Julius's. I like that strawberry Julius with that motherfucking banana in there, that raw banana. That motherfucker's bomb, right? And so I'm at the orange Julius and I hear, right? Honk. That's what he does, right? And I was like, and I turned around and he's like, what's up, brother? You got out? I'm like, yeah. And I'm thinking, fuck, man. I'm over here buying the big old orange Julius too, and the hot dog and shit, the glizzy. And shit, this motherfucker gonna hit me up for his money. But it's been like a year, so he might not remember because he's forgetful. You know what I'm saying? That shit does that to you when you're messing around. And so he's like, damn, brother, give me a hug. Oh, you can't do it because you're Mexican, huh? Because I'm white? It's because I'm white, huh? Yeah, bring it in, brother. Bring it fucking in. You know? Guess what, brother? They created these new spark plugs that if you throw... I'm like, all right, cool. So I gave him a hug. I was like, what's up, bro? What you saying you want to orange Julius? Oh, you should. You fucking owe me $400. I was like, man, this motherfucker didn't forget shit, right? He's like, but I ain't even sweating it, brother. I know you just got out and, you know, say you need anything, you need to get on your feet. I was like, yeah. He's like, well, when you pay me back, I'll hook you up. I'm like, fuck, right? That's not the way I wanted it to work out. So anyways, as I'm sitting there having a conversation with them, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating my little hot dog, drinking my little thing in front of him, right? He's like, I'll take an orange Julius the white way. I said, he means the right way. No, I said it right the first time. The white way, right? I'm like, all right. So he wants it the white way. I want mine the Mexican way with the fresh banana and all that. So he's like, brother, why you gotta be racial? So we're sitting there chopping it up, and I noticed there's this dude standing off to the left. It doesn't look too dudeish, if you understand what I'm saying. He looks rather differentish. I don't know the word to explain without getting banned, right? So I'm just like, is that person with you, Roach? He's like, oh yeah, brother, he's staying at my house for a while. This is a good friend of mine. Look, I'm going to tell you guys right now, credit check. That motherfucker needed his paperwork fucking revealed right then and there. There was something odd about this guy. Could have been the mascara. Could have been the lipstick. I don't know to what degree if something was odd, but it was wild. Motherfucker was looking like a cracked out Krusty the Clown, right? So I see him. I look him up and down. This motherfucker staring at the total package, right? This motherfucker. I'm like, hey, what are you looking at? He was like, oh, excuse me. The way he said, excuse me, let me know everything I needed to know, right? I didn't even need to do a paperwork check, nor a credit. Damn near didn't want to do a credit check, right? Hell no. And I'm like, Roach, can I get at you then? Can I pull you to the side, Wappin? Let me get at you. So I'm like, fuck is that? Yeah, brother, that's one of the friends of ours. So that my mom has a friend, and she has a boyfriend, and that's his son, and he's staying with us for a while, brother. I said, yeah, but okay, that's fine, but you know what that is, right? Brother, look, you're judging a book by its cover. That motherfucker's over there trying to talk to that black dude. What the fuck? Right? I'm like, look, you know that I know that. I hope you know that, but he's a white man, brother. He might be a white woman, brother. I don't know what it is, but you should not be seen out in public with that. That's a bad look, bro. He's like, brother, see, that's where you get your racial, and now you're being a bigotry. And I said, I'm being a bigotry. No, I'm saying that motherfucker's probably bigger than me. What do you got going on here? He was like, no, brother, not like that. We just came to get an orange julius and we wanted a hot dog. I said, oh, I know he wants a hot dog, but you want one too? This is getting too wild for me, bro. Hey, I'll pay you the 400 when I pay you the 400, right? Shit, you got me fucked up. So I'm like, all right, give me a call, bro. I'll hit you up. He's like, come by the pad. We'll barbecue and shit. I was like, nah, because you guys don't use seasoning. He was like, come on, brother. Yeah, we use paprika. You know what I'm saying? The Mexican taught me that. You, right? I said, yeah, say it with your chest. So I leave. I don't call him for like a week. He calls me. He's like, hey, brother, are you really going to do me like that and burn me? I said, nah, bro, I don't got your 400. He said, remember you said I could pay you when I pay you? He's like, yeah, brother, but fuck, you've been out for a month and now it's been a week. And brother, you know what I mean? Pay you when you pay me. It should have been like the next day. That's slang for fucking pay me or I'll kill you, right? I was like, I got you, bro. I can give you like 50 right now. He was like, that's better than nothing, brother. Come by. We're just chilling. So I had forgot all about fucking chirihu juice that he was chilling with, right? So I get there and it smells bomb. Look, for the life of me, it never smelled good. It smelled like motor oil. It smelled like smoke. It smelled like peptides. It smelled like all these different fucking chemicals and different things when you got to his house, right? It smelled like ass, but it never smelled good. But for some reason, there's something being cooked in this kitchen that smells rather tasteful, right? It smells Mexican, right? I'm like there's a paisa in there, motherfucker, hooking it up at Denny's. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Yakanaba. So I walk in and his mom's right there. And I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And she was like, fuck you. Right? I'm like, oh, yep. She's fucking Duke again, right? Duke Major. And so I fucking walk past her and I see like, it looks like a chick in there. And I'm like, oh shit, look at it. This motherfucker got him a chick and shit, right? So I go in the backyard. I'm like, hey, what's up? Fucking Roach? He's like, oh, brother, we're about to grub. You came perfect timing, bro. We're just chilling. What's up with you? I said, none. He's like, you got my 50? Yeah, I got your 50. So I peel him off 50, 240s in a 10. Fuck it. And he's like, yeah, brother, you want to stick around? I said, man, what are they cooking in there? I said, you got a lady and shit? He's like, where? I said, he's like, that's my mom, bitch. I was like, no, well, hold up, right? What the fuck you mean, bitch, right? Shit, we used to do each other dirty like that, right? And he was like, oh, I ain't got no damn lady. When I ever had a lady, my old lady, you know who my old lady is. He's with that black chick, right? And so I'm like, well, what is that? What do you mean? What is that? Right? I said, there's fucking 2 people in the kitchen unless I seen a fucking ghost, bro. He's like, oh, that's, yeah. Oh, that's Daniel. I said, Daniel? Yeah, remember the guy you met at Orange Julius? I said, that was a woman, bro. He said, how dare you, brother? Listen here, brother. Right? He got into his Hulk Hogan shit. How are you going to confuse a grown man as a woman? I said, that motherfucker got a wig on, bro, and a big old butt. I don't know what the fuck is going on back there, right? But I know when I walk by, I seen Wrangler jeans stuck, and I seen, brother, you talk about us, Woods. What were you eyeballing? I said, that motherfucker was a woman, right? So I walk back in the house, like, let me see for myself, man. I need a second glance just to make sure that I'm not confused, right? No, I was not confused. I mean, I was confused, but not that type of confusion. I knew what I seen. I just didn't know what I saw, right? And so I walked in, that motherfucker Roach is like, let me show you, let me introduce you to Daniel properly, because you never really said 2 words to him, but right? And I said, yeah, and I'm going to do that again if it's fucking him. We walk in, this motherfucker turned around looking like Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Buffalo Bill. I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me? Hell no, I wouldn't. Roach might. He probably already has. I'm not coming back, right? This motherfucker turned around fully dressed like a chick, but was a dude. I could tell by the beard, right? And he's like, hey, what's up? I was like, not this shit. This is the house of 1,000 fucking chiruhus. I don't know what's going on here, right? So Roach is like, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, he's a cross-dresser. I said, what does that mean? You know, I wasn't up to par on none of that shit back then. All I knew about was drugs, gangs, and black people that didn't like you. That's all I knew, right? He's like, yeah, bro, yeah, you understand that's my mom's friend's boyfriend's son and daughter/son sometimes. I don't know. I don't got nothing to do with this motherfucker, right? So I'm like, I told you, bro, it looked like female. Yeah, you caught him in the cross dress, right? So he's like transitioning over to like he'll be a man later, right? So I'm like, whatever, man, that's your guys' shit. So whatever this motherfucker does, he cooks good. So he brought out some baked beans. Have you ever had their like kind of like charro beans, right? But they were just like the white version, and they're pretty damn good, right? So I'm fucking smacking some beans, some cornbread. Give me some of that motherfucking cornbread, right? And I'm smacking it, and I'm like, damn, the food's actually good here. This is the first time ever Keep Daniel, man. That motherfucker knows how to cook, right? And so I would go over there. And every time I would go over there, this motherfucker would be there. Sometimes he was dressed properly. Sometimes he was dressed improperly. That's all I got to say, right? And I got to the point where it's like, this motherfucker started being too nice, batting his eyes, and hey, how you doing today? I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. You got some more beans though? But I'm not doing that, right? And so, trip out what happens. I pull up unannounced one time. It's late night, right? And what had happened was someone had hit me up. They were like, hey, I need a teener. And I was like, fuck, I ain't got nothing, bro. And they're like, man, hey, bro, I'll pay you double. Like, I'm kicking it with some girls and I need one, bro. I'm trying to get them off. Master blaster. I was like, I feel you. They're like, come on, bro, hook me up. I was like, let me make a couple calls, right? So I tried to call Roach. Fucker didn't answer. Oh, I know why. He was busy, right? So I'm like, fuck it, man. I know Roach is always home. He's always there. The window's open. You just climb through the window. He'll be there like, hey, bro, I was dead. You caught me in mid-stroke. Well, I didn't teleport into the fucking room to watch you because I wanted to. Motherfucker, there are people like that. Believe me. Que no lacra. I was like, I didn't want to fucking do that. I just happened to jump through the window and what are you watching, bro? What are those? Brother, yeah. Just change the channel. Put on The Price is Right because the price is wrong, bitch. Right? So I walked in and knocked on his door. The window was shut. Right. And I put my ear to the window, like, is anyone here? I didn't see his truck. I didn't see nothing. Right. Put my ear to the thing and I hear, eh. I said, yeah. What is that? Right. It sounded like someone was coughing and choking at the same time. You know what I'm saying? They were doing the snarf. Right. And I was like, oh, shit. So I knock on the door. Boom, 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 like the task. Roach. You got to yell loud because that motherfucker could barely hear you because he'd be in that motherfucker with power tools and lawnmowers in his room. Hey, brother, look what you look. Hey, I'm trying to get to the wood flooring, so I mowed the fucking carpet. Like, you mowed the carpet? Yeah, brother, but fuck, I had to change blades twice. Right? So he'd be doing some crazy shit. When tweaker house is not even the words for it, right? Barely house is the word for it. House leaning to the side, the type that if you blow, the whole house will fall down. Oh, you don't even got to huff and puff to blow that house down. Just be a wolf, and it's going. And so, anyways, I keep hearing, So I knocked on this door, and then Roach comes. He's in his boxer shorts, sweaty as a motherfucker. I was like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, oh, I'm working out, brother. I said, at fucking 2 a.m, you're working out? Brother, the real question is, why is there a fucking Mexican at my door while I'm standing in my boxers? I said, no, the question is, why are you at 2 a.m. working out in your boxers? What the fuck is going on here, right? We both got a lot of questions to be answered. I said, hey, bro, I need a tea. He's like, well, bro, you could have just called me. I said, I did a few times. He's like, yeah, bro, it's right there on the cajon. He started learning Spanish. I said, it's on the cajon? All right, bam. I said, here, peeled him off a little bit of money, right? He's like, whoa, hold up, brother. You're on, you want to smoke or what? I said, no, I got, you know what I'm saying? Someone asked me to get it. Oh, brother, I thought 2 a.m. I'm doing white man addition. You know what I'm saying, brother? Mexican at my door, 2 a.m. I'm standing in my boxers. I'm sweaty. He's not. He's asking questions. He wants to get a sack. Hey, fire up a bowl, brother. I'm like, no, I don't know what type of addition that is, but I must subtract myself from the situation. And when I was about to subtract myself from the situation, I seen Daniel walk past. And let me tell you, when I seen Daniel walk past, he was pretty sweaty with the shirt off. And I'm a motherfucking gangster, right? At this point, man, I'll call the homeboy how I said. I said, how dare you, Roach? He said, brother, don't dare me. Double dog dare me. I said, no, what are you doing, Wood? I'm working out, brother. I'm going to get back to it. I'll see you later. I said, no. Brother, I just seen Daniel walk by. That was my workout partner. I said, what are you guys doing, bro? Come on, bro. He's like, brother, look it. I love my chick. I would never do anything out of the extraordinary, right? I said, you mean out of the ordinary? No, I do shit out of the ordinary, just not out of the extraordinary. And I know what it looks like, brother, but that motherfucker, I'm going to tell you right now, he sure can. I walked away. I didn't want to hear the rest of it because I didn't want to think of my friend like that. Then I had to double back. Sure can what? Sure can cook good, right? Now, motherfucker. I said, nah, bro. You was about to say something else, Roach. You're highly disappointing me. Brother, I'm a motherfucking Wood, brother. And let me tell you, we don't have to answer to no Mexican man. If you want to think some wild shit, think some wild shit. I said, bro, that motherfucker's pouring sweat. And I heard, yeah, brother, so my push-up game is wrong right now. It's not right. It's white, but it's not right, if you understand. So I'm going to say this. A couple weeks later, there's a big falling out, and that's going to be part 2. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. And let's see if my theory was right. Was there some extra extraordinary curricular activities going on in there, or was it just a simple workout? We'll explain that in part 2. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down? Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all white people. I mean, all people, brother. That's how Roach would say it. Hey, brother, you got white bread? Because I don't eat brown bread. I said, you mean wheat bread? No, I call it brown bread, right? He's just different. Anyways, man, I hope you have a good one. Hit a 1 if you guys want part 2. And we're out. This is The Gun. Bang, bang.